summer at Fort Ticonderoga, we're portraying Colonel Willard's regiment of Massachusetts Provincials as they appeared in 1759. Now, these soldiers were largely recruited from the greater Boston area, places like Framingham and elsewhere, as accordingly, their clothing was also largely produced in that area. So, while we do represent the construction of the clothing here, it's actually done in that greater Boston area. Now, by regulation, these soldiers who we portray, they're supposed to have a blue coat with red facings, red cuffs, and we think turnbacks in red as well. They're also supposed to have blue breeches or red breeches. But we see by 1759 there's a fairly extensive industry of merchants who produce nothing but clothing for these soldiers. So, in addition to those regulation breeches, we see a lot of other things like plush, corduroy, various colors. The greater Boston area at that time was also a very maritime-centered area. It's one of the bigger industries. So we see quite a few soldiers wearing Osnaburg or canvas trousers as well. Each soldier, too, was supposed to have issued to him by the colony at least one white shirt and one checked shirt. They're also supposed to have one wooden bottle issued to them, a powder horn, and a pouch. The hats that they were issued were supposed to be cocked hats, sometimes bound, sometimes not. But in 1759, when they were actually on campaign, it looks like these cocked hats were actually cut down to a brim of 2.5 inches to make them more practical for campaign. So anytime you visit us here at Fort Ticonderoga, feel free to ask us about the stuff that we wear.